Good morning, everybody. This is Deanna with Food Bank Beautiful, and it is day 10 of the Pantry Challenge. Now, I believe that I addressed what was kind of going on in my life at the end of days, 6, 7, and 8, 9, okay? But today we're hopefully back on track with videoing what must be done. Now, I have a chicken somewhere who has jumped off the reservation, which is a towel that I laid down for her to do, evil on. I hear her, but I don't see her. So let me go and get her because she cannot run free in my living room because my husband is home. Son of a bunny, people. Son of a bunny. This is my advice. You guys listen to me. Okay? Don't have house chickens. First of all, you get attached. And second of all, they demand every minute of your time. So let me see if I can bring my camera down. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Let me put it over here. Can you see that? This is what I'm having to do, but keep it right here. And hopefully she will stay right there and eat her blueberry muffin treats while I try to take care of business. So don't do it, because you'll never have a minute of time to yourself ever again. Okay, day 10. All three of us have had our coffee. I will not be eating anything this morning. Addie was going to eat a breakfast sandwich, and then he decided he was tired, so he's going to go upstairs and take a little morning nap. Grandma is sitting right here, and she is ready for breakfast. So I am going to make her cold cereal and a piece of warm blueberry lemon loaf.
Yum, yum,
and
yum.
Can you hear her? Yum, yum, yum. I got up this morning because yesterday I had a very beautiful blueberry lemon loaf from Costco. And, I intended to slice it up for a little bit of breakfast this morning and then slice it up and wrap it in individual slices, put it in the freezer so that we can have it once a week and not have to eat the whole thing right now. Now, here it is. You can see it lovely, right? Yeah? But my husband, he does this every time. He just gets into whatever bread I have made and he just tears off a chunk. And I got to tell you, it irritates the out of me. I cannot stand my bread and things that I bake, I didn't bake this, to look awful, but there it is. So I am going to cut that off. The crows are out there this morning, so I'll throw it out to them. And then isn't this better, you guys? A pretty loaf of lemon blueberry bread to cut Grandma a nice, like Starbucks essence piece of bread. And that is what we're going to do. And we don't believe in skimpy little Barbie slices either. We are big bone girls.
Yummy.
I don't know where Grandma comes from, but I'm sure, well, I know for a fact, my ancestors are Eastern European. Big girls. Big, big girls on my dad's side. Little dainty pretty ones on my mother's side. I look like the women on my dad's side. That's okay. Those women were fierce. I like a fierce and feisty woman. A woman who takes no prisoners and eats the bloody wounded. Okay, let me get Grandma's breakfast ready. I'll show you a picture of it, and then I've got to get on about my day because I have like 15,000 tasks I have to do. Am I exaggerating? I don't know. I don't feel like it. Okay, let's look down here. So this is Grandma's breakfast this morning. She has a very, very, very nutritious bowl of Lucky Charms, the generic kind, right here. And she has a beautiful piece of blueberry lemon loaf loaded with butter. And that is a food bank item. I believe this butter is mine. I think I have one little block of some really nice Kerrygold butter that I got that I'm saving for something special. So the rest of the butter probably is going to be mine in every episode. This milk is shelf-stable milk. I have not seen it at the food bank for a few months, and it was there when I went the last time, and I was able to get it. So I love this stuff. All right. Now I also have dry milk, and I have some little individual things of shelf-stable milk. So I've always got milk, but I love when I get this. This makes me very happy. So that, my friends, is breakfast this morning. If I eat something, I will let you know. All right? Okay, let's try to get back on track because it was a rough 4 days for me. Okay. Okay. I have things to do. I have some food chores that must be done in order for me to be a good steward of my food bank items. Now, this morning when I did Grandma's breakfast, I discovered that my husband got into my loaf of lemon bread and he tore off this end. Didn't slice it, just tore it off. Why would he slice it? You know. And then it irritates me because I don't like the ends of my bread to look like that. All right? Honey bunny, you stop that. So I'm just going to chop this up and throw it out to my birds. And then I have a nice loaf of blueberry bread that I am going to slice and wrap. We're doing a lot of preservation work this morning, okay? So I'll just bring it down here. There you go. You see? And we like our slices a little bit on the thick side because why not? Then we feel like we've gone to Starbucks, and we haven't actually gone to Starbucks, but it feels like it, and that's what's nice. Now, I am going to saran wrap those and stick them in my freezer because we cannot eat. I'm fighting this phone every. Okay, it is 10:28 in the morning, and I'm already struggling with my filthy potty mouth. This thing that I put my camera on will barely holds the camera, and it falls down, and it makes it difficult for me to film. And honestly, I have no reserves. Do you remember when I told you that I'd been to the doctor twice this week and I am not feeling at all my best? I'm not. So I have no reserves. All right. So here's that bread all sliced. I am now going to wrap it in saran wrap and toss it in the freezer. I have a list of about 15 things I need to do today, and that is job 1. Grandma,
Yeah.
I just heard you bite into that lemon loaf. What did you think?
Yum.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good lemon loaf. I am not having any this morning. I just don't feel like eating, but Grandma is enjoying it, and that's what's important. I finished wrapping the blueberry bread, and right now I'm wrapping these streusel muffins from Costco. We just can't go through them fast enough to keep them fresh, and so I'm going to put 1 or 2 in the refrigerator, and then I'm going to pop the rest into the freezer, and then I can pull them out at the beginning of the week, 1 or 2, and people can eat them as they see fit. By people, I mean mostly my husband eats this variety. Grandma's not big on cinnamon, although she said she would try it, but while I have blueberry lemon loaf, I know she likes that better, so she can eat that. All right, I'll be back. Okay, that job is done. So the first thing that I did is I put a couple of lemon loaf and a couple of muffins all individually wrapped. This is just going to go in the freezer, in the refrigerator behind me. Addie and Grandma like to eat that for breakfast, and why not? But like I said, it was just too many to deal with and try to keep fresh. So we got that done. The next thing I did is I wrapped the muffins, and I was able to get 5 in there. They're a little cozy. I hope they all brush their teeth and put on, you know, body spray. But those can just go out into the freezer, and I can pull them out when this is empty. So that's done. And then the last thing is my lemon loaf is wrapped up all nicely and ready to go into the freezer. Again, we will pull from that when we restock the kitchen for the week. So that is done. That is 2 little jobs I got done. I swear to you, I got a lot of little jobs to do today and a lot of big ones. So let's get it done. All right, everybody. I don't know. I think it was yesterday I made a bunch of freezer meals, 10 of them. And one of them I made 2 of. And let's just be honest and let's just be real. It was called peanut lime chicken and it sounded so delicious. And I had such high hopes for it. I thought we were all just going to gobble it like it was the best thing ever. And it was not. Now, I filmed the whole thing for you. I spent 12 minutes on that video of filming that particular freezer meal, and it was not good. This morning, my birds and my crows and my chickens, they got all of it. Plus, I marched my fluffy rear end back to the freezer and pulled out the remaining frozen one. And I fed that to them as well because we were unable to eat it. It was just awful. You would think the lime and the peanut would go together so nice. It did not. Okay. The peanut butter got this really freaky little texture to it. And over the pasta, it was quite disgusting. So I don't know if I'm going to put that clip in for you guys or not. But it was nasty. However, I did make some other freezer meals, and today I'm busy, so we're going to go ahead and use one. And I think I'm going to duplicate this one again today because I have 2 packages of chicken, and I would rather have a meal ready to go than 2 packages of chicken just sitting in my freezer. I'm going to save this bag because I'm going to use it later. So let's look down here. This is one called Creamy Spinach Alfredo, and that is the one that I'm going to make today, minus the spinach. On the day that I make this dish, I will add whatever vegetable I have handy. If it's broccoli, I'll throw that broccoli in. If it's peas, I'll throw that peas in. If it's butternut squash, I'll throw that in. I do not care, but here it is. Ooh, butternut squash. I wonder how that would be in an Alfredo. I think it would be yummy, but I'm not going to play around with it today. So let's look down here. Here is my crock pot. This is a dump and go. Here is what I pulled out of my spinach Alfredo bag. I pulled out a frozen chicken and all the stuff that I used to make that homemade Alfredo sauce and the little bag of spinach. Now the little bag of spinach, I'm just going to pop that into the refrigerator because I'm not going to pop that in here until about 30 minutes before we're ready to eat this. Now we will eat this over noodles or rice. I have not decided yet. I think my husband prefers rice. I don't think Grandma and I care. Grandma, do you care if it's noodles or rice?
No.
She's not a big fan of rice. So we'll see. I'm going to do whatever it is I'm going to do. Now that's all I'm going to do. All right, that Alfredo is smelling very, very good. So I'm going to stick this on that counter behind me right there because I've got a lot of things to do and I need my counter space. Now, I am fighting my phone. When I made these meals, it was a terrible video because I couldn't bring the camera down to show you what I did. And I don't even know, honestly, if I'm going to post that video or not. I'm kind of sitting on the fence. It's, I don't know. Okay, let's get this plugged in. This is going to go for 4 to 6 hours. Actually, it might go a little bit longer, but that's okay. And we'll not eat lunch, and we'll eat an early dinner, 4:30, 5 o'clock, and we'll be fine, you guys. So let's get that started so I can move on to my other chores. All right, this is the tray of the little pinwheel sandwiches that I was able to put together, and those are fresh and lovely. They taste so good. But I had some meat and some, looks like I just had some meat left. So let's look down here. If you don't have flour tortillas and you pick up one of these trays and it's a little bit soggy, go home and deconstruct it and make yourself some sandwiches and put them in the refrigerator to eat in the next day or two. So let's look down here. Down here, I have some frozen bread that I just pulled out of the freezer. I put mayonnaise and mustard on the bottom, and then I put the turkey, the last of the turkey, right there. I am going to put a layer of cream cheese on the other side because I have some, and why not? It's going to be delicious. Whoopsie. That's a lot of cream cheese, but this sandwich is going to taste delicious. Ooh, that is too much, but it's already on there. Okay, now to that, I am going to add, I don't have any more of the Swiss left from the sandwich rolls, but I do have some sliced up white cheddar. If you watch me all the time, you will have seen the day that I sliced this. And I said, I'm just going to make slices and I'll use it on sandwiches. And it's got a little bit of grated down in there too. And there we go. Okay, that looks beautiful. Now, I'm going to actually take that off. I'm going to put a pinch of the almond. I'll put that back on. And then I'm going to put the cheese kind of to help keep the almond in place. Okay, now my cousin Laura taught me this trick and I absolutely love it. It is to put a nice crispy, whoopsie, that one went on the floor. We'll leave it there for a minute. Put nice crispy apple on your turkey or chicken sandwiches. And it is delicious. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to add some sliced apple. Nice and sweet. That'll be so delicious. And we're going to pop the top on. Okay, sandwich number 1. Here comes sandwich number 2. And I'm going to redo that cheese because I want the almonds on that. Right there, I had to go out to my freezer and grab my other almonds because I used all the ones that I had. There's that. Let's get the cheese on there. There we go. And then let's get some nice crispy apple on that. And that, my friend, looks so good. Let's pop the top on it. And we have made 2 sandwiches for our easy to eat meals. Let me put those back in the jar. I don't want to waste any. Okay, there we go. So let me grab my saran wrap and I'll wrap those up, and those should be fantastic. And then I'll show you one last time what we did with something that was a little less than yummy. Whoops. I forgot to add the olives. We might as well not let anything go to waste. Let's put a few yummy olives on that. And then we will be able to enjoy these sandwiches. I kind of want to eat one right now. In fact, I do want to eat one right now. Okay, now I want to wrap these up tightly in saran wrap because I want them to stay nice. Now, you could just put them in a sandwich bag and I think they would be okay. But I want to do a pretty good wrapping of, I hate saran wrap. I really do. It irritates me every time. Okay. So let me wipe off my board. Let me move my sandwiches. Let's put out this and let's look down here. Let's get this unmangled. There we go. And we're going to put our sandwich in here. Where's my sharp knife? Right here. It's not really sharp, but it's the only one I've got. We're just going to go ahead and cut that sandwich in half right now. Okay. And you could just make your remade sandwiches with whatever you have on hand. Okay? I want that nice and tight. I'm going to really pull that edge over and kind of put it down. And there is one sandwich for the freezer. Let's go ahead and do the other one. Got a little bit messy, but we don't care. I know my husband likes to eat sandwiches when he gets a little bit hungry, so that is good. Let's see if we can get this out a little bit better. Not too bad. Okay, let's get this onto the bread, onto the onto the saran wrap. We want it nice and tight. We want it to stay super fresh for maybe 2 days. We're going to pull that over, and we are going to pull that over. Okay, and let me get that cleaned up. Okay, so again, from that tray of undesirable, it's not that it was bad, it's just that the tortillas got soggy, and that's what they do. They get soggy. But we can rescue quite a bit of the cheese and the meat and freshen it up with whatever we have at home. And this is what we get for our troubles. Pinwheels and 2 glorious sandwiches. Okay? All right, we did it, you guys. Let me get this into the refrigerator. And here we go. Nice little pinwheels to go in the refrigerator. I actually got 16 pieces out of this. Addie and I have both eaten 1, so there is 14 in here. And there we have it. Rescued, okay? Rescued and yummy and delicious based on stuff that I already had in my refrigerator. All right, feeling good. Got a big mess going here. Haven't touched the mess over there. I want to check that Alfredo chicken I put in my crock pot. All right, here I am with my refrigerator door wide open. I'm hungry. It is about 1 o'clock. Grandma's napping. She had a big breakfast. Addie's outside. I am going to eat half of this sandwich. Now, this is a sandwich that is turkey, white cheddar, cream cheese, apple slices, a little bit of olives, and some slivered almonds. If you watch my show all the time, you will see an episode where I made this sandwich out of the fillings of some pinwheels that I got at the food bank. And they were perfectly fine, but the tortillas were soggy. So I redid them on my own flour tortillas, but I only had 4 flour tortillas. And then I made sandwiches out of the rest, wrapped them, and put them in my fridge so that for the next day or so, if Addie or Grandma are a little bit hungry, it's right there. It's already made. All right, let me sit down and eat because I'm starving. Okay, it is about 5:30 and we are having supper. And if you saw my episode of the 3 Rivers Challenge days 6 through 9, you know that I failed. I just had so much going on, I could not tape every day. But let's take a look at dinner because, ooh, it's not a leftover. Here we go. Here I have our bowls. This green one is it's called creamy chicken penne, and it was a freezer meal that I made a day or 2 ago. We tried it today. It is delicious. Addie is having his over rice. Grandma and I are having ours over pasta. Addie is not drinking anything, but Grandma and I are sharing this Jones cane sugar soda. Rock and roll, baby. Berry lemonade soda. We're drinking half. So let me get everybody some silverware. Nobody ate. Oh, I ate a half a sandwich today. I think that's going to be in there. And Grandma didn't eat anything. And I don't know if Addie ate any lunch at all. I'm not sure what Addie ate today, to tell you the truth. We're kind of on different schedules, so I don't always see what he eats. And I'm not going to pester him to find out. Okay, day 10. Whew, back in the good graces. I'll see you tomorrow. All right, we have all finished dinner, and this is our leftovers. So we have 3 things of just the nice chicken rice that I made. My husband will like to eat that with other things. And then we have 3 portions of the creamy chicken over, I don't know what the name of that pasta is. We'll just call it penny for lack of a better word. And then I have 2 more portions of the chicken and spinach. It was so creamy and good with sun-dried tomatoes over the rice. And then I have another serving of rice. So, ask me what's for dinner. This is why my videos are so boring during this challenge, because we eat a lot of leftovers, you guys. All right, this was really good. I will have a video coming out separately. It will have the recipe and how I made this freezer crock pot meal. Creamy chicken penne, I think it's called. All right, you guys, have a good night. Ta-ta.